OMG. You guys, this. I don't think I've ever loved a planner more in my life. Let's get into it. I am not going to take time on this video. I'll make another video. I got a dated Hemlock and Oak weekly daily combo on their new 70 GSM paper. I also got an undated one. And so I don't want to take all the time to like walk through the pages and all of that. Let me just cut to the chase. I want to see how the pen works. I want to compare it to a Midori Hibino. I'm going to compare it to a Traveler's Note. What is this? No, this is not even Traveler's brand. Hold on. Let's compare it to a Traveler's insert. Okay, I took this off the cover, but... And then let's compare this to the 2026 Hobo Cousin paper. We're not going to do all the walkthroughs. I also have a Midori notebook. So I'm going to test only 5 pens on each. I mean, we don't need every pen in the universe, do we? No, we don't. And let's just start with the ones that I think most people are most curious about. Hobo Cousin versus Hemlock and Oak weekly and daily. First of all, the Hemlock and Oak is more of a 7x9 size. I got this cover from Food Dog Leather, who makes Hemlock and Oak covers. And I plan to just keep this one or maybe get a new one in the new year. We shall see. So just right off, this is bigger than an A5. You don't have to get the hardcover. You can get a paper flex. I think the cloth flex are sold out. I'm not sure. The layout is similar. There's vertical weeks. There are daily pages, there are monthlies, there is goal setting, which I love, which the Hobonichi does not have. There are also perpetual calendars, quarterly overviews, and just a few note pages in the back. This is collated, so every month, like it'll have the monthly, the weeklies, and then the dailies, and then the next month, instead of the way that this is organized. The undated is more organized like a cousin, with all the months in the front, then the weeks, then the days. So that might lean to your preference. Let's look at the Hobo Cousin. I'm pretty dang sure that I already had a pen test in here, but maybe I ripped it out. No, okay, I already had a pen test. So we ain't about to reinvent the wheel. This was a Sharpie. Don't use a Sharpie, guys. We're not even gonna test that. Okay, high-tech Coletto. I don't even think I have that in front of me. Let me see. Yeah, I do use that pen a lot, but I'm just like, where did I put it? I got so excited that basically the brains have flown out of my head, so sorry if I'm not speaking very eloquently. I want my high-tech Coletto. Oh, you know what? I took it to the eye doctor and I let a little boy draw a picture and I gave it to him. I forgot. I ain't got no high-tech Coletto. Okay, whatever. Let's just move on. We are going to do the pen test on this page right here. Right here. First one is going to be the Uniball 1. Okay, we're going to do some dot markers. The blue is notorious for bleeding through on like every paper. So let's try that one. Let's do the black because it's black. Okay, I did like so much drawing yesterday and now my markers are everywhere. Help. Okay, let's do some highlighting with different colors to see how it goes. Let's do some bigger coloring swatches, some darker ones. Okay, now we're gonna do some, this is a Pigma Micron 08. Okay, Uniball 1, and this is the 0.7. That one must also be a 0.7. I don't know. They look similar, but okay, the little pen, drawing pen, 0.5. The Pigma Micron in the 05. The Le Pen 0.38. Okay. Very little smudging on the last one. Look at that. Oh, don't tell me that that does not just make your heart so happy. Such minimal ghosting. Even less than the Hobonichi. Ooh, I am so happy with this paper. It feels really nice. It definitely feels thicker than the Hobonichi. Just by feel, it feels, let me feel. It feels thinner just by touching than the Midori notebook, and the Midori notebook feels more toothy. Let me try to draw a bear with the same marker, and let's see about the ghosting. Oh Lord. Drawing a bear. I'm not great at drawing yet. Okay, good enough for these purposes. And let's say I want to draw like a little scarf. Aren't you cute, your little scarf? Okay. Okay, it definitely smudges. So you guys will wait about 10 seconds, I would say. And I don't want to get anything on my other page. But there's definitely less ghosting on this paper than on the Midori notebook. Okay, let's do the Travelers. Just because these are different papers. Okay, that's ugly, but about the same amount of ghosting as on a Traveler's notebook. And I believe this one ghosts a lot more. that Elvis song, do you? I'm the only old one. Let's make him have a little bow tie this time. Aren't you dapper? Okay. About the same amount of smudging, but I would say more ghosting on this one. Let's do some fountain pens now. Oh, and also a Tombow Fudenesque soft tip. I'll do one over the highlight because I do that frequently. And I'm curious, and that way is more likely to bleed through. And so is like if you check over a dot or you put fountain pen over a dot. Let's see. Here's my new Twisby. That's a medium nib with Kaweco Smoky Gray. Let's do this one. This is with a Sailor ink. That's a fine nib. I'm not gonna test every fountain pen known to man. Oh, let me just go over the dots though, because I am wondering about any feathering. Ooh, no feathering over the dot, so that's cool. Let's write over the highlighter. Nope, no feathering. I imagine I need to give it about 10 seconds to dry. I love this paper. So far, every pen that I love to use works amazingly. Let's do a watercolor test next. These are the Faber-Castell Gold Faber Aqua. I'm not gonna do like real watercolor paints because I don't really use those, so I'm not testing them. But if you guys want to test them, then let me know. That'd be cool. I have some, but I'm just like, they're not like that convenient, so. Oh, where would I be if I was, okay, well, we're just gonna do this from my coffee cup. So precise. Isn't that pretty though? Okay, and then of course you would have to let it dry, but let's see. I mean, it warps the paper a little, but it's definitely no bleed through. There's a little bit more ghosting on the darker color. Let's try the black. Don't y'all just like my precision artistry? I'm not gonna do ink swatches because I don't do ink swatches, and ink swatches are known to bleed through. So, ooh, look, even the black. Okay, I think if I need to like draw a large area in black, then I should use that, but it does come off more gray, It's also taking like a long time to dry, and it is crinkling the paper. But otherwise, it's looking amazing. Let's do some of those like little like corner things that I like to do sometimes with like a lot of marker. Because it's one thing when you just like put marker on a swatch, but I'm wondering about like if I do a bigger area like I have been doing lately, because it would make my life if I can use the weekly part for my planning and the daily part for my creative journaling and have one planner to rule them all. Okay, I'm not trying to make this look super, you know, precise. There was some blue on the paper, so like that's not bleed through. That was because I just had wet blue stuff on my paper. Okay, so here there's definitely no bleed through, very little ghosting. I would feel really comfortable like having this be like a quote new page. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm sorry to Doodle Darla who is on the regular paper, but 70 GSM is Mama's new favorite, okay? And Hobonichi, you have improved your paper back to the quality that I expect from you, but this paper is better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm so happy because I love Hemlock and Oak. If y'all are considering getting one, I do have a friends and family code. It is in my bio. Now that the pen test is over, I think I can quickly just show you the layout differences without making 2 videos. I got the hardcover on both of mine because I prefer the hardcover. These colors are so gorgeous, are they not? But I think I prefer the green. I'm glad I picked it up. I thought this was going to be my favorite, but it's really, really hard to show the beauty on camera, but it is gorgeous. I mean, I'm going to use a cover over it most of the time anyway, but so the difference is here. This one is undated. This one is dated. They both, oh, I got the pockets. I paid for those. So those are an add-on. So it won't always come with it. All the goal planning in the front is the same, except it's not dated. So, like on your yearly planning page, it's just more open and it's not dated. So it kind of just depends. I'm gonna definitely save this one for like mid-year if I want a refresh or a do-over or something. But yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's just the weeklies are like, it's like all the monthlies are up front, just like the Hobonichi. But it does have weekly overviews, which is cool. Something Hobonichi doesn't have. And then it has your daily pages. You just write the date in instead of them being on your page. And then in the back, it has quite a few notes pages. Let's see. 557. It has almost 20 notes pages. Let me see on this one. Yeah, this one has less. This one, the notes pages start on 567. And let me just double check. This one, the notes pages start on 557. Okay. That's all I'm doing, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this little test. The watercolor is dry now. Ooh, let's try to write over it and see what happens. That one's with the Uniball 1. This one's with the fountain pen, which I think is gonna bleed. And then let's do the Micron 08. Also, people say the pages are a little more yellow. They are, but like a Midori notebook is much more yellow. So it's not terribly yellow. Oh, this looks really nice actually. The fountain pen, maybe a little ghosting over it, but there's zero bleed through. This is just for my messy fingers because there's no blue on this side. But I'm gonna cover it up anyways. So there you are. I'm sorry to Doodle Darla that I spent a lot of time on yesterday. You guys probably saw that on my Instagram stories. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go find out. But anyway, this is the normal paper. So I do want to show you a bit of a difference. This is a weekly undated. This is a daily undated. So between the two books, they're that thick. This is the dated weekly and daily combo on the new paper. And it is a lower profile just slightly than just the daily. So I'm really happy with this. I think my planner for the year is going to be just this. I am gonna hold these other ones for a rainy day because y'all know how I tend to change my mind, change my style, change things. So I am gonna hold on to those for when the mood strikes. I know a lot of people are gonna ask about covers and clear covers. I do not have recommendations. I would highly recommend Foo Dog Leather. You can reach out to them on Instagram and get a cover, and they will really work with you to customize it as little or as much as you might need. And this is so gorgeous. It does come with a band, but I took mine off. Here we go. I have this Hemlock and Oak one that I can put back on. So, and you can, of course, put the book into both sides. I don't take mine anywhere usually, but I just love, it's a little bit thinner. I'm not gonna sticker it up, so it's not gonna really grow, which is great. I have never tried to put pins in this pocket. Since we're talking about covers, let's go ahead and try. I mean, it would make some little lines on the front, but you could do it. I'm not going to because I don't like those little lines that I just saw. I'm like, no. That is all, friends. I hope this was helpful. I know it was kind of like a chaotic hyper pen test and flip through. There are definitely more detailed videos out there that you can see from Nicole Plans Things or The Joyful Sojourn. I would recommend both of those channels if you want to see more about Hemlock and Oak. Also, Amanda's Favorites has some videos that you can check out that are much more like technical. I'm just your planner hype girl, like technicality, what's that? That's with my work. I have to be very technical at work. When I'm outside of work, there's nothing technical. There is just, let's have fun, let's get creative. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I am extremely excited to play around in this today. My last thing that I want to do is see how I can put these Club and Chub Girl pins potentially on my cover, because they are so dang cute. I can't be using any glues or anything. I'm wondering if I can just put them on here. Like through this. I think that would be really, really hard. I'm gonna test an old one first and hope that I don't break this. How chaotic is this video? Here's my old 2025 minimal planner. Okay, let's see. These are pretty sharp. Wiggling it. Oh, I can, and then I could put those down. Oh my god, let's do it. Where's my little tool? Because I'm leaving this on the video because people always ask me how I do stuff like this, and usually it's in a moment of chaos, and then I'm like, oh, I did some things. Okay, how do I want these on here? Oh my god, look at the peaches. Of course, I'm not keeping my Hubman and Chub Girl subscription because I can't use stickers, but I will continue to purchase their enamel pins, and maybe by the end of the year it'll be like a lot of pins. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay. Okay. Now, the placement. Cute. Okay, that would be good. Or should I put them like in the middle like that? Oh, now that's cute. But if I do that, I want them to be pretty precisely and squarely lined up. Okay, or else I can just do like a more haphazard type of a thing, you know, like I think I like that the best since it's going to be more of a creative planner. So let's start. Don't be scared, y'all. Just, if you're a child, do not try this at home. I have marked this video as not for children. It went through my little pocket, but I don't care. I don't really care about those pockets. I just got them on as like a, okay, I might want those pockets, but I don't really use them. Okay, now I'm taking my little tool and I bend the pokey thing. Uh-oh, it came out. Okay, you gotta like bend the pokey thing over, or just put the back on it, but then your cover's not gonna close. Okay. Oh, so cute. So cute. Don't stab yourself, and don't break your pen. And if you do, just know that if you do this method, you are chancing both of those things. And sorry about my psoriasis fingers that you'll have to look at all the time now. My doctor did not do the shots. He's like, hey, you could do the shots under your fingers, but he said, like, real talk, there's no efficacy stating that it's any better than oral steroids. So he gave me 3 weeks of oral steroids instead of steroid shots under my fingers. Thank goodness. Because I was willing to withstand the pain if it was effective. But he's like, studies are weak for that. So, and he's like, and if you haven't tried oral steroids for it first, I wouldn't want to put you through that pain. So I was like, okay. So I got the oral steroids that I'll be taking for 3 weeks. And he gave me a new steroid ointment to try. Because he said my other ones I'm probably just used to, and like I pooped out. Ooh, I think I'm gonna put that up there. Ah, this is so fun. Yeah, kind of covers the logo, but I like it. Just go slow if you do this. Oh, that one, I don't know. I don't have it in like a right location. There we go. That one does not want to bend. It's like, I'm strong. let the record state that some of these are harder than others to do this with, and be extremely careful if you do this at home. This is what I'm doing. I'm not recommending that anybody else do this, but I'm not telling you not to. But for legal purposes, do not try this at home. If you are a child, for real, don't try this at home, because Aunt Plan with Kelly does not want you to get hurt. Okay, it's good enough. It's not gonna poke me. That one still might. Okay. Bruh. That's great. And if I wanted to cover it up, I can just get my hubby to glue that page down for me or something, but it ain't that serious to me. So I think I want to not use this right now because it is so cute with my little pins on it. Oh, and a lot of people were asking, like, okay, I have two charms. These are additional. I got the K and I got the mushroom. And we're asking, like, hey, what do you do for, like, if you don't like to use the ribbons? I would recommend like an ollie clip. I glued a pin to the front back when I was still playing with glue. So there you go. Can use an ollie clip. Which is pretty. You can use a paper clip. But I mean, I'll just use the ribbons most likely. And if you want a band, they do sell them, but I don't think that they ship to the US right now for some reason, because they're not made in Canada fully or something. But anyway, I have leftover ones if I ever do want to put a band on. And of course I could just put a band here, like a belly band with an elastic. Super easy to do. For a pin loop, I would recommend one of these from Travelers Company. So this is my navy blue one. It does hold most all pins. Like there's a Twisby, and this can go like this on your planner cover. That way you have your pen. Oh, sorry for my charms. This is so cute. One planner to rule them all. I am so excited. This is beyond my expectations for the planner. I also have this from Hobonichi, which used to be A5 size. So this is another thing you can use for like a page marker. And for a pencil board, if you want one. I don't find pencil boards necessary for my life, but that is something that you could do if you so choose. A lot of people, like I said, are asking, where do you find plastic covers? I don't find that necessary. First of all, make sure you get the aqua coated covers. If you got the paper flex, that's a different thing, and I think some people can recommend covers to you. I've never had that particular one. I've only ever had their hardcover planners, because it is a main reason that I love Hemlock and Oak is their hardcover, and just the gorgeous variety of colors, the beautiful quality. I mean, look at this binding. You will not find a better binding. Let me show you my Big Bertha. She's my retired 2025 planner. I put so many stickers on this sucker, and the binding is still amazing. This is literally like fully stickered on almost every page photos, everything, and the binding held up so well. The cover held up so well. That looks like trash because I had a patch glued on it. The charms, people are like, what do you do when your charm falls off? Like, mine doesn't fall off, so I don't know. Don't know what to tell you there. But, oh, another option. Let me show you one more thing. Another option for a page marker that I think I'm going to use. This will be beautiful. This is my Layla Journals TN, and it came with this little cherry clip. Oh, I cannot. The gorgeousness of my setup. I'm not trying to brag. I'm trying to brag on Hemlock and Oak, okay? Because the gorgeous products that they have. I am so thankful for this company. That's why I bought 4 and I now have 3 backups. But the 70 GSM, if you have even been on the fence about it, oh, get off the fence. You need to make this beauty yours right now before everybody figures it out and they sell out. I also want to talk about tariffs. There were no tariffs. I did get a note from UPS saying, hey, you might have some tariffs, but I didn't. I got these in 2 separate boxes, and neither box required me to pay tariffs. So take that, Cheeto. Anywho, that's the end of the video. I am so excited to start planning in this and show y'all all the things, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.